It's a sunny winter day now, but don't take that for granted. Many Valley homeowners lost plants and trees last year during an extended cold snap. Some simple steps can help you protect your landscape from the cold and keep it headed toward spring in great shape. Cool days and even cooler nights in the Las Vegas Valley are nature's cue that outdoor watering needs are lowest during winter months. It's a fact that landscapes can stay healthy even under mandatory restrictions that limit watering to one assigned day a week, November through February. But a bit of added landscape winterizing can help you extend plant health even further. New plants may need more defenses against old man winter. Protect young trees against strong winds by sinking sturdy poles out away from the trunk. Use soft, flexible ties to anchor the tree but still allow movement as the tree grows. Staking that's too tight or too close to the tree can hurt it in the long run. Stakes should be removed completely once the trunk is sturdy. Trees with dark-colored bark, especially fruit trees, may benefit from a commercial tree wrap or paint on exposed trunk areas during winter. Talk to a nursery expert about your options. Next, add extra cold protection for mature and young plants alike with a layer of mulch.
Well, mulch is a top dressing that we put on the soil. It, like a blanket, covers the soil and provides an insulating layer that helps conserve the moisture in the soil and also protects any plants that might suffer from cold.
Whether you use organic mulch, such as bark or wood chips, or inorganic mulch, such as decomposed granite, it's applied the same way. Spread it over the surface of your soil a few inches deep. Create a wide circle around your plant, like a donut, to insulate roots and deter weeds. Leave the area around the trunk open to avoid a mulch volcano effect. A trunk buried in mulch will pick up excess moisture that may lead to disease. Once it's laid down, organic mulch only needs to be refreshed once a year at most. Rock-based products last longer. Mulch also can help insulate your delicate container plants, but the occasional desert cold snap may call for more protection.
With our cold-sensitive plants that are in container, we can take the opportunity to move them to a more protected location, like against a south-facing wall that receives a lot of heat, that retains that heat, and then the plants can benefit from that, or under a covered patio where the heat is trapped in there and they're protected that way. If they're small enough, then you can maybe bring them inside to a sunny window, or larger ones that you need to protect out in the landscape, maybe you can make a makeshift cold frame or something like that and cover them.
With shelter, mulches, and decreased winter watering, landscapes should be hardy enough to survive cold temperatures and bracing valley winds from the north. If an unexpected frost or freeze damages a plant, have patience. Leave it alone until warmer weather arrives. You may be pleasantly surprised to see new growth appear. Transplanting a damaged plant or pruning it too heavily during winter months can hurt or even kill it. Winter is a good time for light maintenance pruning on dormant but healthy plants and trees. Decreased sap production from December through February makes pruning more effective. Fallen leaves make it easier to see the tree's branch structure as well. In winter, look to remove branches that do not match the structure of the tree or plant, including branches growing downward, branches that cross or rub, and damaged or dead branches. Most tree cuts heal faster and better when sap isn't flowing, but not just any haphazard cut will do. By using certain locations on a tree branch to make your pruning cuts, you'll help ensure you don't leave branches vulnerable.
It's very important that when you do prune, that you're very careful about where you prune. When you remove the branch, you don't want to destroy the branch bark collar, which is the healing tissues for the branch. If you cut it too short, chances are that it's not going to heal properly. If you cut it too long, there'll be a stub, which could eventually allow insects and disease into the tree.
Stay safe when pruning by wearing long pants, hard-toed shoes, and protective eyewear. Add gloves if you prune anything with sharp or thorny limbs. Experts recommend using well-sharpened tools since clean cuts heal quicker. Hand pruners and loppers are two basic tools that should help you handle most maintenance pruning. But if the branch is too big for loppers or you have to climb up into the tree, you're better off hiring a pro to do the work for you. Irrigation systems can also be a concern. Weather that's too cold for too long may cause exposed pipes, lines, and hoses in your landscape to burst. If you don't use your garden hose frequently in winter, consider disconnecting and draining it. Bury any exposed drip lines or at least cover them with a layer of mulch to help insulate them against water that would freeze inside and burst the lines. And if temperatures are in the teens for several days on end, wrap exposed pipes with insulating tape or drape them with an old rag and then duct tape. Leaving pipes dripping lightly isn't necessary.
Well, if you're from a colder climate, you may have had that experience in your life where you've run a little bit of water dripping out of the pipe to keep them from freezing. In the valley here, we don't really have that situation as frequently because we're much warmer here and we just don't get those kind of cold temperatures. On occasion, we've seen those kind of temperatures, but it's a real extreme. If we see where it's going to dip down into the 10s or below 10 for several days at a time, then you might be concerned about that. But really, otherwise, it's not really necessary here. It's important for residents to locate their water shut-off valves prior to a water emergency so that they can deal with the problem themselves or get a professional in to help them expediently, and that way they minimize any damage that might occur from a water break or waste of water.
Once you've mulched, pruned, and winterized your landscape and irrigation, you can still experience a few cold weather rewards as well. Pick up a vibrant color bowl at your local nursery to brighten any patio, or look for a few shrubs like heavenly bamboo, pyracantha, and Baja fairy duster that flourish with cool weather planting. Visit snwa.com for more winter landscaping and pruning tips. Pick up additional planting ideas by visiting the interactive plant search feature at springspreserve.org. You can seek out plants by the season in which they bloom, their water usage, and much more. Dormant doesn't have to mean boring. Take some time to cold-proof the plants and irrigation systems that help add so much beauty to your yard, and you'll enjoy your landscape in any season, even winter. Reporting for Waterways, I'm Christine Vaughn.